helicopters taking pictures of the crowds. It was just, losing track already, but around 1:30 when we got word that a verdict was going to be read at 3 o'clock. At that point, it was basically media hanging out outside trying to.
All right, everybody, give me a second.
We found out the verdict was coming. Well, quickly, all the media assembled in their spots, and we started to see more and more cars pull up, into the parking lot, more fans come outside. Obviously, more people go inside the courtroom.
All right.
Have one of these special wristbands in order to be in the courtroom or the overflow
Can you guys hear me
room.
okay?
And now we see a much bigger crowd, which is probably going to continue to grow over the next few minutes. It's possible, since we now know that Johnny Depp is not coming, that some of the fans who were hoping to catch a glimpse after the verdict was read, they decided to sit it out because they know he's not here. Again, Amber Heard is there inside the courtroom with her legal team.
What's going on, everybody?
Unclear whether she'll make any kind of statement afterwards, as you can see in that picture.
So they didn't
do. The courtroom,
they
there
didn't
is a
announce
live
any
picture.
of the verdicts.
There is a podium.
She just sent them back because they never gave a dollar amount
for
the damages.
And the legal teams come out and the other key players come out. We are going to be getting that reaction.
How well
to you,
can you
those
guys hear
to you live?
This? How well can you hear this?
Behind the scenes info here. Our own Aunt Jeanette has just stepped outside, so she's going to join me in just a second to give me the lowdown on what's going on inside, what the timeline is here, when we could
Watch
see
it take
the jury
like another
back
5
in the
hours.
courtroom. But again, if you're just joining us, we were supposed to have the verdict read right at 3 o'clock. The judge did call the jury into the room right at 3 o'clock. Johnny Depp's legal team was there. Amber Heard and her legal team were sitting in there. But they looked at the paperwork. They looked at this special jury form, and someone said, the judge said, you guys forgot to fill out something pretty crucial here because the damages page was left blank.
All blank.
The attorneys had a little sidebar, and then the judge sent the jury back to fill in.
I am out of
breath.
I had to run from I was fishing.
Aunt Jeanette just sat next to me. Aunt Jeanette, tell me what's going on in there. What was the vibe? What's going on?
So can you guys hear them okay while I'm talking?
Everybody, we're told that we're not allowed to talk.
Well, there's 8 different verdicts that they have to.
And we're just human beings, so that's really difficult. So we got kind of shushed, but it was interesting because
once they bring them back into the courtroom, then I'll change the.
She kind of greeted her attorneys, wearing a black dress. A lot of them, I couldn't see. Depp had previously scheduled concerts with Jeff in London, so he's not here. Right, he's watching. We're told from the UK. So they came in. The jury walked in. They took their seats. They kind of just looked around slightly, not a lot, and then they just kind of focused on the judge. Judge Ascarati calls the lawyers up. She says, you have to assign damages. I think I can safely say if they didn't assign damages and they were supposed to, they found defamatory statements, right?
Right. That's what we have been saying, and Linda agrees with you too. Tell me, first of all, who's in the courtroom, in the audience? Is it a mix of media and regular people, onlookers? Is it completely packed?
It's not as packed as it could be or as it has been. Like, there have been a lot of days where it's just totally packed. I was sitting next to a reporter from the UK, another reporter from Courthouse News. We were just, we've talked a lot during this case. We saw some of the local, I would call like more local Depp fans here. I didn't see any Amber Heard supporters up there. That doesn't mean there might not have been one or two there, but I did not see them. And, it's just kind of like, I felt like everybody's just kind of sitting there. They're waiting for the big news.
Yeah. So it's like almost like a false alarm. I mean, you came back out here. Does that mean you don't think they're going to be back for a bit?
Well, I felt I should come out here. And sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath.
Yeah, and Antoinette has her tennis shoes on, by the way. So she is out running for you guys to get you everything you need to know. And don't forget, it's close to 100 degrees out
there.
Yeah,
it's close to 100 degrees. And I swapped the the sandals for the Brooks sneakers. So but I ran out of there as everybody else did, got on the elevator, came out. They obviously have set things up much differently now at the press conference area, and they've put up the I forget what you call them, not barricades, but the little. They've set it up so that the attorneys can walk out in a civilized manner and not be swarmed by people.
Right, because there's barricades because they don't want people rushing them, and those barricades have been set up since yesterday in anticipation.
But this looks like almost like a red carpet or something. This is different than the barricades. This is like in front of the courthouse doors, and it's those things where you can kind of unhook the thing, the little ribbon thing, and you can unhook it. And they have those, and there are fans on both sides. So there are Depp supporters, it appears, on both sides.
Right, and we're showing our viewers that picture outside the courthouse right now. So, and by the way, I just want to say to everyone who's tuned in right now, we've got 2.7 million people watching us on YouTube. Thank you.
My goodness.
Feel free to send in your questions, because while we wait, we want to answer more of your viewer questions. We've got, once again, our all-star panel. Linda Kenny Bodden's with us in the studio. We've got other guests joining us. Obviously, Aunt Jeanette is here, so keep sending us your questions, and we are here to answer them. Now, it's funny, you say it's almost like a red carpet. These lawyers have really attained celebrity status over the last 6+ going on 7 weeks of this trial. I mean, Camille Vasquez now has fans from all over.
That's
Talk
true.
a little bit about that, about sort of like the status that these lawyers have earned during this trial.
Yeah, and Ben Chu especially and Camille Vasquez have become celebrities.
Sorry, I forgot to turn my mic off.
Don't forget about both of them. There have been plenty of moments
Johnny
in this
Depp
trial
can only
that
win
were
this
comical,
trial.
despite
Any of the
very
verdicts,
serious subject matter being discussed.
if you hit the like button,
but there have
don't
been
be
some
the
amusing
reason
moments,
Johnny loses
and they have
this trial.
become stars in their own
hit
right.
the like button. What are you, an animal?
Almost legal superstars. So they've become celebrities. There have been times out here when they've left court where I actually felt a little bit concerned because I felt like even.
All right, here we go. Here we go. If it wasn't for my amazing wife, you guys, we would not have been able to do this, because I did not realize that I had my phone on vibrate, and she was messaging me like crazy while I was out at the pond, and to try to get my attention. Oh, sure. Hell of a time for, is this better not, but this better not be my internet. This better be them. Let me see. Just in case, we'll do a speed test, and then we'll pray. No, it's not me. It's them. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I really do wish Johnny was there. I know somebody earlier said he had prior commitments. Technically, this is his prior commitment. It looks really bad on him not being here right now. It really does. Because now it looks like he only did this to drag her name through the mud, and then and that's all he wanted. Yeah, they mute this on purpose. They mute this part because court's not in session. They wait until court's in session. I wasn't talking about the mute. I was talking about the low quality of video. Why is it on? Well, you better pop that up. Yeah, look at that. That's 720p. Yeah, so that's their network. That's their network. I understand that, but him not being here is not better. It might be better on behalf of the court to not have a huge group of Johnny Depp groupies, but it looks bad on him not being there.
All right.
There you go. Yeah, they mute their own mic whenever there's nothing being said, and like whenever there's sidebars. If you're gonna switch cameras, guys, you gotta make sure the microphones are going. Turn the microphone on. Turn the microphone on. There you go. Man has to work. Johnny does. He's with Jeff Beck playing concerts. At a minimum, at least we get to see Amber Heard and see if she does lose any of these verdicts, we can at least see her face. Yeah, maybe you can get her to see. Maybe we can see her actually cry for real. Well, Johnny's not there today, so. Oh, also, just to let everybody know, I did find out they can
Mr.
appeal. They
Foreperson,
both can
is this
appeal.
the verdict of the jury? Yes. All right. Is it unanimous? Yes. Thank you, sir. Jane?
Yeah, he should have at least streamed in or something.
In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Mr. Depp's claim against Ms. Heard. 1. As to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition, quote, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath.
I know he's overseas.
That has to change, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Oh, God.
Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes.
Oh, God.
Question, the statement has a
That's 4.
defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
5.
Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
6.
Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
7.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
That's 8. She lost all 8.
2, as to the statement appearing in the
Oh, wait, no. That's all
entitled
8 on
A
underneath
Transformative
the first
Moment
thing.
for Women in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath.
So she lost
That
the
has to
first one,
change.
I think.
In the Washington
I don't know.
Post
There's so
online
many.
edition. Quote, then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Oh,
Has Mr. Depp
Oh,
proven
no.
by a greater weight of the evidence that question, the statement was made or
Yeah, right,
published
Nick.
by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer,
this does
yes.
not look good. This does
Question,
not look
the
good.
statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended
Yes!
by Ms. Heard?
Yes!
Answer, yes.
Yes!
Question, due
That
to
hurt.
circumstances
Should be wearing my
surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes.
Oh, God.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice?
Yeah, she knows
Answer,
she's
yes.
losing.
3, as to the statement appearing in the op-ed entitled A Transformative Moment for Women in the Washington Post print edition and the online op-ed, Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. In the Washington Post online edition. Quote, I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse, end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes.
Oh,
Question.
Well,
The statement
Elaine's
was
definitely got to
about
be looking
Mr.
for a
Depp.
job.
Answer, yes. Question. The statement was false. Answer, yes. Question. The statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp.
I'll take that bet. I'll
Answer,
chug a beer if you're
yes.
right on that, Southern Tigger.
Question. The defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard. Answer, yes. Question. Due to
Oh, this is not looking
circumstances
good.
surrounding the publication of this statement, it
It was
conveyed a
at this moment
defamatory
she knew
implication
she
to
fucked up.
someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp. Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Yes. They've only been deliberating this
against
long
Amber
because they're
Heard,
trying to figure
will
out how
the
many
jury
zeros to put at the
award
end of the number that they're going to award
compensatory
Johnny.
in the amount of $10 million. As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $5 million. In civil case number CL 2019,
So that's 15 million so far?
Ms. Heard's claim against Mr. Depp. 1. As to this statement appearing in the April 8, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, Amber Heard and her friends in the media use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and shield.
I wasn't
depending on their
sure,
needs.
honestly, Tim.
They have selected some of her sexual
By the way,
violence
hey,
hoax
if you're in the live,
facts
please do
as
me a
the
favor,
sword,
hit that like button.
inflicting them on the
If
public.
you are one of the people that
and
didn't hit the
Mr.
like
Depp.
button, Johnny's going to lose one of
Do you find that
these.
Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no. 2. As to this statement appearing in the April 27, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, quite simply, this was an ambush, a hoax. They set Mr. Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt did not do the trick. The officers came to the penthouses,
Oh, God.
thoroughly searched and interviewed, and left after seeing no damage to face or property. So Amber and her friends spilled a little wine and roughed the place up, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, and then placed a second call to 911, end quote.
Uh-oh.
Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Oh, no.
Has Ms. Heard proven by a greater weight of the evidence that question, Mr. Waldman, while acting as an agent for Mr. Depp, made or published the statement? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Ms. Heard. Answer, yes. Question, the statement was seen by someone other than Ms. Heard. Answer, yes.
Well, of
Question,
course.
the statement was false. Answer, yes.
Oh,
Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven by clear and convincing evidence that the statement by Mr. Waldman was made with actual malice? Answer, yes.
so this is this
3.
is a win for her right
As to
here.
this statement appearing in the April 27th, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote, we've reached the beginning of the end of Ms. Heard's abuse hoax against Johnny Depp, end quote. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no. As against John C. Depp II, we, the jury,
Right now,
award
Johnny is.
compensatory damages in the amount of $2 million. As against John C. Depp II, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $0.
So Johnny won nothing on
Does
that.
either side wish to have the jury polled?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Jamie?
Members of the jury, if this is your verdict, please answer yes. If this is not your verdict, please answer no. Juror number 6. Juror number 10.
Yes.
Juror number 15.
Yes.
Juror number 16.
Yes.
Juror number 22.
So I'm trying. So
Juror number
she
27.
does. I think she owes
Juror
15
number
million.
29.
Yes.
All right, I do find that the jury's verdict is unanimous. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your service in this case. I want to thank you again for your dedication and your hard work during this trial. And I know I
But
speak
I
for
believe
everybody
Johnny
here
owes her
when I
$2 million.
appreciate tell you that we appreciate your
Or no, she
sacrifices
owes Johnny
and your
$2
time
million.
and your public service in this
17.
matter.
What was the
okay?
total?
So I'm going to have you go back to the jury deliberation room for one more time, and then we'll release
Yeah,
you
but
from
they
there,
did.
okay?
They did a 10
All right,
million,
thank you.
5 million, then a 2 million. Interesting. Camille's crying, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. In accordance with law, I will amend the punitive damages award to the statutory cap of $350,000 on Mr. Depp's award, okay? I will set this down for entry of the order.
350,000.
And can we do it on June
cap? What is
24th
that?
at 10 a.m. if that's
What?
available? All right,
Yes,
if Mr. Chu, if you could prepare that order and then circulate it to Ms. Bretterhoff, and we can
Yeah,
have
but
all
what
the
was
objections
what was
noted on
the
it.
cap she was just
All
talking
right.
about? Anybody know?
All right, and if I get it before that date, I'll take it off the docket, okay? All right, again, thank you to all the attorneys for your professionalism, and you're welcome to come to my courtroom anytime. Well, give me a few weeks, but then you can come anytime, okay? All right, court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
He did, but we're gonna stay on long crime because I want them to kind of explain the judgment and kind of hear what they've got to say as far as like the money owed or the. But most definitely, yeah. But what's the statutory cap all about? Hey, Grim. That's what she has to pay not to go to jail. Oh, okay. The ACLU is suing Johnny Depp for the $86,000 for the printing of the documentation that he subpoenaed them for. Yep, absolutely. That's your winning team right there. Yeah, document fees. Max punitive damages was $350, so what the jury awarded is not counted as the most he can make. Tigger, what are you saying? So you're saying the most that Johnny can make is $350,000? Oh, no, I would absolutely agree. I think Amber's career is absolutely done. Holy crap. 895 people viewing this right now? Get out of here. This is the most people I've ever had watch one of my lives. You guys are beautiful. Johnny Depp won. He absolutely won. That is a win all day for Johnny Depp.
Outside the courtroom where you can see these fans. As I said, every
right, now we're gonna
time
hear-
a
now
judgment
we're
was
gonna
read in favor of Johnny Depp, a huge crowd, cheers, went up here. The crowd cheering, Johnny, Johnny, clearly heavily tilted in favor of Johnny Depp outside the courtroom right now. And so they're still standing outside. I imagine they are going to be here waiting for Johnny Depp's legal team to come out. As I was talking about just a few minutes ago with Anjanette, the lawyers themselves have basically earned celebrity status during the course of this trial.
By next
The
week,
judge
you guys
sending
will
the
see
jurors back
Amber
into
Heard's
the jury room
OnlyFans.
one more time before they are dismissed. Linda, do you think we're going to hear anything from Amber Heard?
Well, she came to the courthouse, so I assume that she will give a press conference. So they'll say they're going to appeal the verdict. They'll say that she was vindicated. Remember, this case has a lot of spin going on with it.
You won't even
But
see her in
what they-
B movies.
but
John
she's gonna be
Johnson
asked
wouldn't
the
even put her in a
question
movie.
Is how do you feel about the jury not believing your claims against Johnny Depp that he is he was the abuser? It turns out he was the victim, and she's not going to be happy with that question. I don't think there's an answer she can give that can spin that.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think there's no question we're going to hear from her legal team. Maybe they'll take some questions. My guess
I
is
bet
if
she's happy.
she were to come out, and that's a big if because this is a pro Johnny Depp crowd out here. If she were to come out, maybe she would make a brief prepared statement and then be like immediately ushered into a car by security. I don't think she's going to be doing any kind of press conference answering any major questions right now. Depp's team, on the other hand, I expect they will be. Again, for those who are just tuning in, the verdicts, I should say, not the verdict, but the verdicts are in, and Johnny Depp, the clear winner here, the jury determining that Amber Heard did defame him on all 3 counts that were being considered in her 2018 Washington Post op-ed. And joining us now is the one, the only Dan Abrams, the founder of the Law and Crime Network, with us. Dan, give me your reaction.
Johnny Depp is the winner.
Well, first of all, we have to say, wow. I mean, I'm sitting in a car watching this live stream, just like 3 million plus others have been on the Law and Crime Network. And the fact that Johnny Depp won on all 3 of the counts is pretty amazing. Remember, this is a case where he sued a publication in London where the standard is harder to win. And a judge came back
50
and
million,
said,
you cannot get
no, he believed.
Oh, the cap fee for the court
Johnny
cost is
Depp was a
$350,000.
On 12 of 14 counts. Now you have a jury here of 7 people, 5 men and 2 women, coming back and saying that Johnny Depp was defamed on all 3 of the counts. I mean, this, I think, is a real surprise to a lot of people. Now,
no, it's not.
Talked about
I think he's
previously
biased.
the possibility
I think this guy's an Amber Heard.
Them,
I think he's an Amber Heard supporter.
But I think this, quote, win for Amber Heard is really a token win. Putting aside the money, right? Putting aside the fact that it's $15 million for him, $2 million for her, that's not just the issue here. You know, it sounds like the issue the jurors had with the statement made by the lawyer for Johnny Depp was about the fact that she got together with her friends, effectively conspiring. So maybe they didn't believe that aspect of it. But it seems to me that the takeaway from this case
I understand
is
you're using your middle
these jurors believed Johnny Depp and they didn't believe Amber Heard. I don't think there is any other way to interpret all of these verdicts together.
Yeah, and Dan, I think that's a really good point because the statement in which the jurors found for Amber Heard was a longer one that Adam Waldman made, in which he said, you know, talking about Amber and her friends setting Johnny Depp up, and to your point, saying, yeah, so Amber and her friends spilled a little wine, they roughed up the place, got their story straight under the direction of a lawyer and publicist, then placed a second call to 911. So perhaps the jurors didn't believe that whole sort of collaboration, right, conspiring happened. Would you say that then this is not a total loss for Amber Heard, though?
Unfortunately, I can't do it.
I think it's a total loss for Amber Heard. I mean, it's better. I mean, it's better that she won that one aspect of it than if she didn't win anything. Her team can now try and spin it and suggest that it was, you know, both sides.
Just let you guys know they can still appeal.
End, I mean, when we talk to these jurors, and I'm sure that some of them will talk, they're going to tell you. I feel confident that they're going to tell you.
I'm wanting to say the total that would go to Johnny is
because remember, it's not that she won on all 3 of the counts with regard to her countersuit either. I mean, basically the jurors had come back and said he wins on all counts and she wins on all counts, then I'd have a different answer for you. But because they said he wins on all counts, but she just wins on this one issue, it seems to me that I don't see how those jurors believe on questions 2 and 3 with regard to Johnny Depp. Not just the sexual violence claim, but the rest of it. I don't see how those jurors come back and say that he was defamed and that there was any sort of equivalency here. If he was defamed by that statement and Amber Heard did not win on those countersuits with regard to calling it a hoax, etc., these jurors clearly believed Johnny Depp and didn't believe Amber Heard.
Well, no kidding.
Yeah, Dan, let me stop you here because our 3.5 or so million viewers, 3 million viewers on YouTube, some people have some concerns. They want to make sure that you are not driving. Like so many people, I'm sure you stopped whatever you were doing when you heard a verdict was coming at 3 o'clock. You picked up your phone and dialed into YouTube, right?
I'm in the back seat of a car. I'm not actually driving.
Right. He's not at the wheel, guys. He's in the back seat of a car. He's safe. Everyone on the road is safe. Dan's a lawyer. He wouldn't endanger himself and others. Let's talk about the appeal. Is Amber Heard going to appeal this, Dan?
Absolutely, she's going to appeal it. And remember, people have to remember that when you're appealing, you're appealing primarily the legal rulings, right? So she will appeal some of the testimony that was allowed to come in. She will appeal some of the aspects of the judge's rulings in this case.
Yeah, he didn't make sense. It doesn't matter if Disney
itself. She's going to challenge.
It doesn't
the fact
matter if
that there was a
Disney
camera in the
apologizes or
courtroom.
not.
There's gonna
Johnny
be a
Depp doesn't
whole
care.
Panoply of challenges that she's going to make about how unfair the trial was, and she'll also.
The headline says he won 15 million. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was 15.
The first thing you want to do,
but she won.
To try and get a
but
new
then they're
trial,
saying she was awarded $2 million.
Is to try to reduce the damages and say that the jury made mistakes and how it assessed damages. I think that's her most likely chance of success here. But that's not going to be the win for her. I mean, this to me is just it's basically
the
an all-out
Waldman
win for
statements
Johnny
is what
Depp.
she won.
And I do think that this gets him exactly
Can someone
what he
tell what
wanted
happened?
Here,
Yes.
which is
so Johnny Depp
I
won
don't think
on
he cares about the money,
all
whether he ends
except
up
for
getting
one
the money.
count.
She probably doesn't have that kind of money. This is vindication for Johnny Depp. A jury has said that he was defamed by these comments.
Yeah.
And that means that these jurors believe that he was not
I would say he won.
domestic abuser.
I think he won 13.
I think that allows
she has to
him
pay Johnny
to
15, but he's got to pay her too.
His
So
career,
it comes
in
down
many
to
ways. You could argue
13.
there were other reasons he'd lost much of his career.
Funny
But
thing
this is a
Amber
massive
Heard's
win
net worth is
for
only
Johnny
$10 million.
Depp, and I don't think it can be
I'd let
underestimated.
you guys fill you in on that.
To characterize it that way.
Her net worth is only $10 million.
Yeah, I mean, Dan, you touched on the damages, and let me remind our viewers again that the jury awarded Johnny Depp $15 million in damages, and they awarded Amber Heard $2 million for finding that one of the statements made by Johnny Depp's lawyers was defamatory. So a little bit of imbalance in what's owed. To your point, Amber might not have that money. We've talked about this already, but what happens to her in this case? She doesn't have the $15 million for damages.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Look, there's going to be a lot of appeals. We're a long way from the final judgment being issued in this case, and Johnny Depp pursuing the damages against her. Well, let's see what happens there before.
Dude, you cannot tell me this guy is not an
Amber
Amber Heard supporter.
Bankruptcy.
He doesn't believe anything that Johnny Depp said. You can tell.
In the end, if she owed this kind of money and simply can't pay it, she could also try and raise money through donations, etc.
Judge took it back from
other
$5 million
based on the reaction to this trial. I'm not sure that would be particularly successful, but I think we're a little ways away from knowing exactly how much she's going to have to pay and how she's going to get that money.
Let's talk about Johnny Depp for a second, because a little bit before we found out that there was a verdict, we did confirm that he was not going to be here. There had been a lot of speculation. We know he's been playing rock shows the last 3 nights in the UK. We knew there was a possibility he'd stay there. In fact, his team confirmed he would be staying there and watching the verdict from there.
He's definitely
any thoughts on him not being present for the verdict?
This is not a criminal case. I think that people are sort of conflating this with a criminal trial. People say, how could he not be there? This is a civil case for damages. You could argue, okay, does he not care enough to be there? I don't know. I mean, I don't view it as particularly significant that when it comes to a verdict that could take many days, that he decided.
Katie, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
That's really more from my perspective, a PR issue.
Well, this guy's got horrible cell reception.
It is a legal question, and the dollars, okay, but that didn't happen.
I think.
And so.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
Yeah. Where are the llamas?
Dan, can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay, so you brought up really it's more of a PR question, and so no, that's okay. We get it. Lots going on. Listen, so you said, that's a PR question about Depp not being here. So I have another PR question for you, because you watch so many of these high-profile trials.
Yeah,
and yes, this is not a criminal trial, but we've seen a lot of high-profile civil
MSNBC is
trials.
crying. What do you mean?
Stars' reputations, what was left of them essentially were at stake. Amber Heard's in the courtroom. We know both legal teams are going to come out. Do you think Amber Heard is going to address the media at all?
I don't think, with all those Johnny Depp fans out there, she wants to hold a press conference where people start yelling at her and those sound bites end up showing.
The moment she comes out, people are going to be yelling at her.
For Amber Heard make statements, I wouldn't have her. I'd have her sit down with someone, a relatively favorable journalist sometime, tomorrow.
Well, you can't
next
please
day,
everybody.
Whenever, to give her statement. I don't think she wants the sound bites of her, talking about how upset she is, about the disappointed she is, and people yelling at her and jeering at her. But I'd expect that both sides' lawyers would likely make themselves available to the media.
I'm the
right
same
there
exact
after the
way.
case. And of course, the most
Monty.
interesting part is going to be talking to the jurors, if and when they'll
course,
talk.
yeah.
And they're the ones that most be talking to. Yeah.
Yeah, punitive is kept at
Dan, thank you so
350,000.
much for dialing in and sharing your response with us, your reactions to this big
Great
pivotal
cover.
moment. After
Well,
more
I
than
mean,
6
I
weeks
wouldn't
of
blame her for
covering this
not
trial.
addressing
We
the
thank you
media
so much.
either. I mean,
Maybe we'll
if you
check
think
in with
about
you
it,
later.
she goes
But
to
for now,
address
I
that
want to go
media,
right
and
to Linda in the
that's it,
studio.
man.
She
That's
has a
game
statement
over.
from Johnny Depp, his reaction to the verdict. Linda.
Oh my goodness, I'm actually trying to find it right now, Stacy. So just give me
Oh,
1
they have
second here.
Hold on. They have a
Hold
reaction.
on 1 second.
Johnny Depp's
live
reaction
TV,
to
a lot going on.
the verdicts.
Okay, I need the statement. I will read it to you, but I need the statement. But while I'm waiting for that, if our producers can put it here, okay? All right, let me read it right now. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. All right. And by the way, I love Dan.
That's what we're trying to
commenting
figure
on
that
our
out.
favorite witness by giving his report from his car. Alejandro, I'm changing my Zoom background, but here's Johnny Depp by his spokesperson. 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported and believed in me were forever changed.
Okay.
All in the blink of an eye. False, very serious and criminal allegations were levied at me by the media, which triggered an endless barrage of hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. It had already traveled around the world twice within a nanosecond, and it had a seismic impact on the life and my career. And 6 years later, the jury gave back my life. I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life, was only made after considerable thought. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owe to my children and to those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace.
Oh, who gives a crap about Kathy Griffin? Her career's been tanked forever.
Have been
ever since she
by
did
the
the
outpouring of love and the colossal
photo
support
of
and kindness from
cutting
around
off
the
Donald
world.
Trump's head.
I hope that my quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women, who have found themselves in my situation, and that those
I'm going to read off Amber's
never give up.
statement here after
I
this.
also hope that the position will now return to the innocent until proven guilty, both within the courts and the media. I wish to acknowledge the noble work of the judge, the jurors, the court staff, and the sheriffs who have sacrificed their own time to get to this point, and to my diligent and unwavering legal team who did an extraordinary job in helping me share the truth. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun. Veritas numquat perit. Truth never perishes. That's from Johnny Depp.
All right, you guys want me to read Amber's?
That's the statement. Stacy, I know that you are sitting out.
All right, so we're going to mute them for a second. This is Amber Heard's. This is Amber Heard's tweet, and you can tell that she had prepared it before. I guarantee she prepared it before the verdict was ever written. She was all ready for this because she didn't tweet it. It's a photo of something that she typed up. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I believe Johnny's attorneys succeeded in getting the jury to overlook the key issue of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. If you guys want to find out anything about that UK trial, go ahead and look it up. There's a lot of things that when they all add up, it makes sense why she won that case, by the way. She says, I'm sad I lost this case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had an American to speak freely and openly. So once again, still not claiming responsibility for her actions as usual.
That we said this is a very important case for freedom of speech when we started covering it here at the Law and Crime Network. But it's also important that those don't abuse it. People do not abuse the freedom of speech. They don't defame others, especially calling someone who may have been the victim, or now the jury says is the victim, the abuser, and changing his life and the life of his family and children forever. So you have freedom of speech.
You can still speak
yes,
freely,
but you can't lie about
that's
people.
what she's saying. You can't lie about
people in the public. And I think the jury felt that, as we talked many times on this network, that Amber Heard was manipulative, and they did not want to be manipulated by her lies to them. And therefore, they came out with this very convincing verdict. And it is a total win, as Dan Abrams said, for Johnny Depp, because on the other side of the token, what you have is a lawyer who's going to be paying a malpractice policy if it doesn't get overturned on appeal.
Oh.
Linda, Ann Jeanette Levy's back outside with us now. She was inside when the verdicts were read. What was the mood? Did you get any reaction from Amber and her team?
Well, now here's the thing. Depending upon the
verdicts were read?
Well,
they still have the ability to appeal. So
team, her side of the courtroom, and I was trying to see. Obviously, I'm seeing the back of their heads, so I didn't get much reaction. Obviously, they're disappointed. They believe they're right. They believe he's wrong. But the jury saw otherwise. He ran the table. He may not have gotten the 50 million, but he won on every question.
Right.
Yep.
That jury found that they believed that she lied. That's what they're saying.
Yep.
They're saying she lied, and that she
Because
put it
she
out
did.
there in the public to hurt him. And it did hurt him.
And
so
it did.
She will appeal, I'm sure. But obviously he lost on the second Waldman statement.
Right.
So yes.
So, we said, okay, a little bit of a win for her. Now, it seemed extremely quiet, like you could hear a pin
Yes,
drop in there.
yes.
I assume, was there any reaction from the crowd?
Sometime
Did
around
anyone
November
sort of
20,
gasp,
never.
sigh, anything like that,
Yeah, there were smiles. Obviously, there were smiles. I kept trying to look around to see Ben Sheehan
Yeah, that's the
and
thing.
Vasquez's
She can't.
reactions.
She's gonna go.
And,
She's gonna go
they
to
were
Camille and
kind of-
ask her to
I could see
represent her
Ben
on the
Sheehan
appeal.
smiling a little bit, but it wasn't like a huge smile. It's a court of law. There's a certain level of decorum. Obviously, they're pleased. They won. They may not have gotten the 50 million that they were seeking in the original claim, but he got 10. They found that he deserved compensatory damages of 10 million and then punitive damages of 5, but that's capped at $350,000 by statute. So he won't get the 5 in punitive damages. But I could see there
So
were fans
10 million,
of his in there who were
350,000.
smiling. I must say, I think I mentioned this on the air earlier today, and I wanted to grab him before I came out here, and I just couldn't.
2 million.
I hope he comes,
She was
if you're watching, he said he's been
rewarded
watching.
2
Come by
million.
the tent. Please come by the tent. We invite you. But this gentleman was in line with me for a wristband this morning, and he said that he used to try cases, is what he said. And he told me this morning.
Johnny
he
did not
believed-
get
I'm pretty
15
sure
because
said,
he was
"I believe the
capped
jury will
off
be
on
back
that 5
today,
million.
And they will give him $14 million. When they said the 10 and 5, I literally looked back. And he just smiled at me. I was like, how did you know? So he needs to come over here and give us an exclusive because he said that to me this morning whenever we were here at 7 a.m.
So, and Jeanette, I believe our camera's up now showing you guys the front of the courthouse.
Yeah, exactly, Sue. Exactly.
You've been talking to these lawyers throughout the process. You expect
As much
we're
as
gonna-
we can.
as much
The
as you
amount of
can,
hate
right?
she's
I
gonna
mean,
get
not
for that
trust
tweet
yourself,
is
you're
gonna
not
be
getting
ridiculous.
Inside details or anything that you shouldn't be.
Right.
But you've spoken to them enough.
I'm a very chatty person.
Right.
So
that's why we love you. So you
Stacey's
expect
like,
that both sides will be coming out
I mean,
to
I-
deliver some remarks.
I don't know that. I would certainly hope so. We are all set up for a press conference. I would certainly hope that Depp's team would come out and make some comments. The world is watching. I don't
Good
think I'm
Lord, the number of
exaggerating
people
when I
that
say the
are
world is watching.
standing with her
people watching on our channel
is just
And we've got a chopper up ahead,
ridiculous.
above, some type of news chopper. We've got the world media set up here. So I would assume and hope that they might come out. I keep trying to check my phone, but still pay attention, obviously, to what we're doing here.
Sure.
So we're not being rude here, people. This is just how we operate in 2022.
Right.
So
Yeah,
we
exactly.
are trying to get that information. I would certainly hope they would come out. They were allowed
Exactly.
to do this
Amber's
now.
the one who's.
This was not allowed during the trial. Not at all.
The only people that are
The
hurt
judge
now
said
are
nothing.
people that are going to be
No
looking
interviews, no public
Right.
statements.
at a
Which is
woman's
common
statement
during-
Correct.
and
It's a gag
saying,
order of sorts.
Yeah.
Amber ruined
So,
this for
we
all
wanna-
women.
For those who may have missed part of the verdicts, it happened somewhat quickly. Let's go back and listen to the part when the jurors delivered their monetary judgment in Johnny Depp's favor.
They're probably waiting for the lawyers to exit the courthouse. It's very nice of them to include the sound on this.
$5 million.
There it is.
In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Ms. Heard's claim against Mr. Depp.
The $10 million covers what he paid her $7 million previously.
Okay, some technical difficulties. Okay. We're having some technical difficulties.
They've had nothing but
apparently with
technical
that clip.
difficulties this
So
entire
again, Jeff,
trial.
We're just talking about, we expect attorneys from both sides are going to come out, probably make a statement. Maybe Johnny Depp's team. We hear some
here
activity now. So can we go in live to that camera, guys? Wow, you can hear the cheers erupting. I can only assume that is the Depp legal team coming outside right now, taking their
that Camille?
real live victory lap in real time.
Isn't that Johnny's security guy?
I'm gonna go
Or the
to
limo
podium.
driver? Isn't that one of the other? Oh, yes. Here we go.
And here they are approaching the podium. Ben Chu, Camila Vasquez, the rest of the Johnny Depp legal team.
He doesn't care if Disney apologizes anything. Hey, look at this.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, there you go.
Today's verdict confirms what we have said from the beginning, that the claims against Johnny Depp are defamatory and unsupported by any evidence. We are grateful, so grateful to the jury for their careful deliberation, to the judge and the court staff who have devoted an enormous amount of time and resources towards this case.
Our judicial system is predicated on each person's right to have his or her case heard, and we were honored, truly honored, to assist Mr. Depp in ensuring that his case was fairly considered throughout the trial. We are also most pleased that the trial has resonated for so many people in the public who value truth and justice. Now that the jury has reached its conclusive verdict, it's time to turn the page and look to the future. Thank you all so much, and thanks to the jury.
Thank you so much.
Vasquez, have you spoken to Johnny? How is he feeling? How's Johnny feeling? Will Johnny and Amber ever speak to each other again? Miss Vasquez, is this the end of the matter? Miss Vasquez, will there be any
Everyone's
more
like, "How's Johnny feeling?" They're like, "I don't know, man. He's playing. How do you think he's feeling?" The guy's playing guitar with Jeff Beck. Oh, they're celebrities. This lawyer team.
Well,
is
there you have it. Attorneys
huge
for Johnny
celebrities.
Depp not taking any questions right now. They made a brief statement. They have gotten into their SUV. I can see a lot of movement behind me as crowds sort of gather to watch, presumably as their SUV starts to pull away. Cheers in their favor, questions being thrown at them. I heard someone say, will Johnny Depp and Amber Heard ever speak to each other again, to the attorneys? It's a good question, actually. And I guess that's it for now. Some of what they said, we are so grateful to the judge and jury. We were truly honored to assist Mr. Depp.
I mean, in all honesty, Rottenborn actually did the best out of all of them.
Value, truth, and justice, rather. A quick victory statement from the legal team. Linda, did you expect they would say any more? Did you expect
Look
they
at how
would
quickly
say any
this
less?
area cleared out.
I love
They're
the
like,
statement.
everybody's like,
I love the fact
all
that
right,
it was
we got
short
what we
because
wanted.
they know they're going to say it's a victory for their client. They know that this is their client's win, that he pushed them. This moment belongs to the client. So I love.
Oh no,
the
she's
fact
gonna
that they
use
were
this.
short,
She's gonna keep
they were
riding
sweet,
this. She's
and
gonna
they gave credit to
mess
the
up, and she's
client.
gonna keep making
you know,
statements.
Stacey, when we were looking
She's
at
gonna
waiting
keep
for that
making
verdict,
statements.
Remember, I was talking about how everyone was stoic and stone-faced and poker-faced. You saw Camille turn around, actually, to her team with a big smile before the verdict was read.
Buck, I don't know if I trust that or not, because he was sitting down watching the trial over in the UK.
Yeah, for sure. So now we wait and see whether Amber's team comes out and makes a brief statement as well. Look, I have to imagine they are going to say something. Not Amber herself, but the legal team. Obviously, they may be booed, although I'm already seeing some of the Depp supporters leave. You know, there was a family.
Amber Heard's team, found in the yellow pages. Found him on Craigslist. Is somebody telling her, hey, by the way, your audio's jacked up? Yeah, there you go.
A little bit of some type of logistical issue right there. We are back and we're trying to reconnect Stacey's mic. But as you heard, Johnny Depp did win his case. We're going to listen to that moment in court when he won his verdict. All 3 counts, an enormous, gigantic win.
I completely agree with that, Raven, honestly.
Let's talk about it. $10 million for the 3 statements. And the 3 statements were, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath that has to change. That was the headline of that article, the op-ed that she wrote, and then she republished it from her social media account with a comment, which let it go to a whole new audience. A very difficult count to win, but he did win defamation against her. The second one
Big
was,
win.
then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the force of our culture's wrath for women to speak out. And the third one, I had the rare vantage point.
I really don't understand how she won on the Waldman.
3 of those statements found
because
by the jury
if they're saying that
defamatory,
it was
I think
true
Stacey Delicate
that
is back with us
she
right
was lying
now
about
in terms
Johnny
of
in
watching what's
defamatory
happening in
statements,
that,
how
on
can they
that
say that
lawn?
Waldman
The
statement
victory celebration
was
for
defamatory?
Depp supporters. Is it still crazy out there, Stacey?
And false when he said that she was.
We just heard another round of cheers
It was
of
a
erupt, and
hoax.
that was a big black SUV carrying Johnny Depp's legal team pulling out of the courthouse, and off they go after delivering that brief victory statement again, in which they said, we're so grateful to the jury and the judge. We were truly honored to assist Mr. Depp. We are most pleased
if she has to pay this money,
trial
she's
has
officially
resonated
bankrupt.
for so many who value truth and justice, was among some of the comments that were made there. Yes, do I expect that the legal team, Johnny Depp's legal team, is going to pop up probably in many other places and say a little bit more? Yeah, probably, because as we've been saying, these attorneys themselves, Camille Vasquez, Ben Shu, have basically achieved celebrity status during this.
I don't know how she's paying her lawyers.
Their own following.
I feel like her lawyers
why
were
not
pro
ride it to the
bono
end for
lawyers.
them? Now we're still standing by outside, waiting to see whether Amber Heard's legal team is going to come out and make a statement.
I want to see if Amber Heard's. I'm going to keep the live going for a little bit. I just want to see if Amber Heard's team will, in fact, come out and make a statement.
Amber, the disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. And then she went on to say that she's even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women, that it is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. And obviously there's been a lot of chatter, a lot of opining back and forth in the media since this trial began about whether this trial will have some kind of chilling effect on victims of domestic abuse. And there are still many people who believe indeed it will, who are really discouraged. I mean, I think we're all sort of discouraged by some of the threats and the really kind of nasty things that have been thrown towards Amber. I think that that's just not appropriate at all. You know, we heard during the trial, her attorney say that there have been threats on her baby.
That wasn't the attorney saying that. That was Amber said that. And I would like to see proof proof on that. Otherwise,
this
it's hearsay.
blanket statement she makes about it being
hearsay.
a greater statement
Listen,
on
I don't believe
domestic
anybody told her
violence.
to put her kid in the
we'll wait and see.
microwave.
I'm sure we're going to be
I
hearing
think
a
she
lot
brought
of
that up as a
reaction on both
last-ditch
sides.
effort, like,
Linda,
feel sorry for
what is
me.
your feeling when she says, this is a statement for domestic violence survivors everywhere?
You know, Stacey, I've seen a number of op-eds published in some of the media outlets about this, but people who haven't watched this trial. And I recommend for everyone who publishes that to go back into and listen to, we have it on YouTube.
I am. I just don't know. I don't know what the subject matter will be.
Many, many weeks, and they gave up their lives because you had to listen to the testimony. And many of us came to this case, Stacey, thinking that Johnny Depp didn't have a chance of winning it. But as the case started and went on, he became incredibly believable. And the jury obviously found that she was not only not believable, but that she had made up untruths about Johnny Depp for her own purposes. So it's really not a statement about domestic victims and violence as regard to Amber Heard. It is a case about violence on domestic abuses and also victims relating to Johnny Depp.
I don't know, Ginger.
It's a one-off case, but it has brought a lot of attention to the fact that anybody can be abused. If you are a man who's abused, you can come forward without fear that you're going to be ridiculed, because if Johnny Depp did it and I brought out everything about him, his drug use, his drug abuse into the public, well, then anyone can do it.
Linda, let's go now to
Yeah,
Anjanette,
exactly.
who's outside
I don't.
the courthaus where there are still
I think
fans
Amber
out
Heard
there. We
believes
just
that
saw
there's.
the Depp legal team come and make
She's
a
so
statement.
stuck in her own head,
Anjanette,
you guys.
what's going on out front?
She's like, she thinks that her losing is gonna destroy women's faith of being able to step forward.
Oh, okay.
That's not.
Hi, guys.
That's not what's
sorry,
gonna
I
happen.
didn't realize I was live. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, Anjanette. Yes,
Okay,
we can
I'm
hear
not
you.
here-
Tell us what's going on out front.
Okay, sorry, I'm not hearing
Okay,
anybody in the
Sue,
studio.
yeah, no surprise.
So this is live TV. This is what happens during breaking news. So joining me right now is John Cox. We met in the line for wristbands this morning. John, you're a former assistant U.S. attorney. You told me this morning you tried cases. Tell me what you told me this morning at 7 a.m.
I said I thought the jury was going to break on the sexual violence
I will
count,
absolutely agree.
and I thought they would return the parties to the status quo of about a $14 million verdict.
And you thought that Depp would win. Did you expect he ran the table?
I didn't see that.
He didn't.
No.
He won every count, but he didn't get the 50 million.
It just seemed like there was competing facts on both sides, but the sexual violence count didn't seem like there were competing facts.
Interesting. Your thoughts on the verdict for Amber Heard?
So wait, does
based
he
on
say that
the Waldman,
he
the
thinks
second
that Johnny
Waldman
sexually
statement?
abused
They
Amber with
found
that
it was
bottle? Is that what he?
defamatory, and that Adam Waldman made that statement on behalf of Depp as his agent, and they awarded $2 million in compensatory damages, 0 and punitive. Your thoughts on that?
Well, she had her witnesses testify, and it was other than her, and they said it didn't happen. So there's a basis for that finding.
Your general reaction? I mean, I feel like you got the verdict pretty much right.
I didn't get to see the whole trial, but from what I saw, it sounded like if the jury had to make a decision between him or her, and you had to weigh the facts, it seemed like his side put out a better case than.
Well, that's good, Jess. I hope this makes him
Thanks so much.
definitely
We
feel
were going to
better.
let you get into the shade because guess what? It's a steamy day here in Virginia.
Yes,
So we are going to go. Thank you so much, John. It was so
I'm
good
not
to meet
looking.
you.
By the
Okay,
way,
so we are going to go.
I'm not
out
looking
into the
forward to
crowd.
August this year.
I guess I could walk and talk with you
It is
guys.
disgustingly
I'm going to try to find
hot
some of the
outside
people
right
who've
now.
been here since day one. So let's do that and take a live look as we do this. As to what's going on, Camille Vasquez and Ben Chu made a statement.
I don't know,
just
whichever
a
one
short
goes
time ago.
to the craziest people.
It was short and sweet, and then they took off. So here are the cameras. A lot of international media here. We're going to cross over here. Pardon us. Excuse us.
Really, Kathy?
And just so you guys know, I'm not hearing any hosts in the studio or anything like that, just for technical
absolutely,
purposes. But we are going over here to try to find some of the supporters who've been here since day one. Hi there. Hi. Oh, hi there. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You're very sweet. Thank you. Okay, so let's.
That made her uncomfortable as hell. That made her uncomfortable as
some of the
hell.
people who've been here
Just walking by and just some lady.
for a while.
She's like,
Let's
hi,
see if
hi.
Becca will
Whoa,
talk to
okay,
us.
okay. She's like, you're doing great. Okay, great. Thanks. I
Oh,
appreciate it.
Tiffany. Okay, so Tiffany Lunn has been here since day one, and we met on the first day of this trial. She was the first person I interviewed. Tiffany, we're live on the Law and Crime Trial Network. We're
It's
on our
horrible
YouTube
here.
channel,
It's
of course.
like in the 90s.
Your reaction?
First, I'm going to say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. How come Dad's never getting any gratification?
I think it's good because
huh?
it showed that the jury found
How come
that
nobody says, hi, Dad?
did not.
It's always got to be hi,
She
Mom.
said the money, he wasn't going for the money. So I'm all right with the money. It just found that she didn't have any clout in what she was trying to say.
Were you surprised that they found for him on every question?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Were you surprised that they found on the second Waldman statement?
Yes, because
wow.
I mean, if it was just Johnny, it would have been different, but it also was Waldman too. So
I'm sure Dark Soul. Yeah, I saw it.
Yes. So there could be speculations, that would be like me going around saying something about my
Not
friend
yet.
over
That's why
there,
we're
and
still
then,
that's why we're still live right now. I want to see
falling
if
back on
her team is
because of the
in
things
fact
that I
going
said.
to give
So Amber Heard put out
some
a
sort of
statement, her
a
team
statement.
did, basically saying this is essentially, and I'm paraphrasing here, a slap in the face for the Me Too movement, that they had said in closing arguments this would send a message for all domestic violence victims and survivors. We had some people on the air earlier saying they don't believe that. They believe that this is this case has to be taken as it is. Your thoughts on those kind of claims that this somehow does a disservice to victims of domestic violence, male or female?
No, I think it shows that men can speak up too.
No.
Because it's usually women that do.
No, we don't. That's not how it works.
I think it is not a setback for either side. Just if you do it, come with the truth.
There, yeah, exactly.
Any other
it's
thoughts,
not
Tiffany?
It's not a strike to either side to anybody that's
Tiffany,
gone
thank you so
through
much. It was so
DV.
good to meet you. Okay.
What it is a
All right,
statement
we
of
need to go find some
don't
other
lie
people.
about it.
Let's walk through the crowd here.
Don't lie about it
See who
or
we
get
can
spanked.
find. We've met a lot of people over the last several weeks. We should probably get that woman when he's done.
I love my pet chicken.
Let's see.
That's our
Who we
house
got?
chicken,
Who we got?
Patsy.
She knew him.
It'll be her last time on screen.
Do you want to talk to us?
You want to talk to me?
Yeah, come on over. This is John Witherspoon. John Witherspoon is a
Absolutely,
lawyer
Jeff.
here in Virginia. John, you've been coming to the trial. Your thoughts on the verdict?
Nobody's eating
Thought it was very fair.
silky chickens, so
I
that's
was
not food,
glad
so it can be a pet.
to see Johnny Depp prevail because I thought the evidence did support his side of the case. I do feel bad for
Oh, I'm not.
Amber's
Yeah,
side.
I'm not going to be
I think her
touching
lawyers
TikTok.
did a nice job, the best job that they could, and I feel a little bit bad for Amber. I'm sure she's bitterly
Exactly.
disappointed and probably not able to really understand what happened, because I think her mindset was that she was in the right all along, and I think that was revealed when she was on the stand.
What is
in
up?
particular.
Something.
But I wish them both
Yeah.
the best.
What
I
is-
really do, and I'm sorry that the case has been a platform for a lot of venom and vitriol that's been flung at Amber. But like I said, I wish her the best, along with Johnny.
Yeah, and vitriol, yes, I agree with you on the vitriol part. But really, I think this case should be taken as a message about the truth, and the truth being important. And people should not be able to
Aquaman
be
3.
afraid to speak up as victims of domestic violence, whether they're male or
Yeah,
female.
I don't. Yeah,
I feel like
I get
in
a bad
way,
feeling about
we've
this
heard
guy.
people
Like,
saying that this verdict could hurt domestic violence victims. In a way,
I liked
almost feel like
Aquaman,
this
but
trial,
not because
watching
of
it
her,
unfold and
but
watching some
because
of the
of Jason
comments,
Momoa.
may empower victims of domestic violence to come forward.
I think that's absolutely right. And I think one of the real positive things to come out of the case is going to be a larger national conversation about some of these types of
All right.
issues. Female on male domestic violence, male on female domestic violence. I think that the verdict has the potential
Let's
to
see here.
reset some of the dialogue about
Oh
the
yeah,
Me
I've
Too
seen that.
movement and the
It's been all
woke
over the
movement,
place.
only to the extent that it will probably encourage people to be a little bit more circumspect before they immediately hear an accusation. And
I tell you what,
react
the
to
main
it,
part that we cared about,
in the way
honestly,
that
was
it seemed-
the main part was that we wanted to get the verdict. We wanted to make sure that we were here for it. I think we got what we wanted. I really don't care about a statement from Amber Heard's attorneys, if they even give one. She's already gone on to Twitter and made a statement, which you guys are more than welcome to read it if you'd like, but it's but yeah, we'll continue to try. I'm very happy to see that Johnny, in fact, pretty much ran the gamut of on the wins there. Very well deserved. I'm glad that his voice has finally been heard. Gives everybody a chance to see that domestic violence happens to men too. So, but with all that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hop off of this live and relax, probably take a shower because I did come here straight from the fishing pond. But yeah, if you guys don't want to see people making posts to try to get viral on social media using the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, I highly recommend that you just stay off of TikTok, because everybody and their brother is going to be making a video about it, and they're all wanting to do it because it's the popular thing to do. So, all right, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to hop off of here. I will try to think of something else to continue to do live with you guys. As long as you guys continue to come in, enjoy it, and like it, I'm willing to keep doing it. So I love your faces. Be good to one another. And yeah, justice for Johnny, man. So happy.